Hello YouTube, this is Financial Ben from thefinancialsurvivalist.com, and today we're going on a road trip. Heading outside of the city up to the mountains, and we're going to check out some land. Me and my wife got a piece of 20 acres of heaven under contract, and so I've seen it before, but now that we have it under contract, we need to take a better look at it. So I'm heading up there today, and we're going to get a really good look at this 20 acres of heaven and actually try and decide if I want to spend a bunch of money on it. So hopefully it'll be fun. So here we are. I dare not take my two-wheel drive trusty steed any further. It's probably about a mile walk from here. This is maintained in the winter up to this point, so that's good. So this is it. A whole lot steeper than I thought it was, and a whole lot less wooded than it looked. But I'm going to tromp around for a little bit and check it out. So I'm exactly in the middle of the 20 acres. Exactly in the, well, give or take a couple, 20, 30 feet. Anyway, on the satellite images, it's hard to tell how steep the land is, and honestly this is a lot steeper than what I thought it would be. The wooded area, I knew it had some aspens in it, and I was wondering why they kind of looked dead. And the reason why is because it's a mix of aspens and shrub oak. So the shrub oak is what I was seeing that was a little dead-ish, or looked dead. So I don't know, I'm really worried about access because I just don't see a way to access it right now, but other than hiking, but that makes it hard to build anything. But anyway, this is the center of the property. It's beautiful. So I found this creek in the middle of the woods, a little bit further down. Pretty beautiful. Found a spring that basically comes out of the mountain. So the bad news is that spring wasn't on my property. The good news is this one is. My property is about 30 feet that way, is the property line. And this spring comes out of the hillside over there. And it's too bad this is really steep hills, but this is my property if I buy it. So far, this is my favorite part of the entire property, and it's a great place to stop and eat lunch. And it's a good time to take some time and discuss something that's been on my mind. Is bug out land even necessary? Realistically, would I even bug out? I mean, there are a few situations in which you'd want to bug out, pandemic maybe, but I mean, you're probably just as good to bug in. Nuclear war or nuclear contamination, yeah, but I mean, chances are it would be a terrorist attack, and it would be on the small scale. Like, realistically, there's not going to be that much nuclear stuff going on. Closest power plant's a long way away, nuclear power plant. Yeah, other than utter civilization collapse, I'd probably rather bug in, realistically. And realistically, nothing's probably ever going to happen. So is it worth it to spend 60 grand on a piece of property where you can put up a shack and have some water? This is probably clean to drink too. I mean, I'm not going to drink it right now, but I should grab a sample and test it. Yeah, is it even necessary? I mean, realistically, my home, I love it. It's perfect. I have animals. I have a barn. I'm putting in solar, water catchment. I have a canal. I mean, the water's going to be a lot dirtier, but it's irrigation for crops. So realistically, I have a good place to bug in. But would I even want to bug out? And this is probably 33 miles as the crow flies from my house. So is it even realistic to try and reach this property? Is it realistic to try and build on this property? Because I don't have the rights to this water. Although I could buy him for about $7 grand, so it might be worth it. Anyway, what do you guys think? Is it even worth it to have bug out land, to spend all that money that I could be spending on other preps to make my home safer and a stronger stronghold? That's redundant. But yeah, is it worth it to buy a piece of property way out in the boondocks just in case you bug out? I mean, if you're gonna bug out, you're probably just as good breaking into a cabin somewhere. I'm sure chances are you'd be fine if you knew where some secluded cabins were. Anyway, I'm gonna eat lunch and then probably check back in on the way out. So this is a beaver pond. It's not on my property, but it's close by. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. But there's probably 2 or 3 dozen 8 or 9 inch brookies in there, it looks like, which is good. And then the beaver pond's pretty big. There's a series of them, more down there and more above the stream. And this is literally on the road to the property, which is that hill right there. So that's nice. It'd be fun fly fishing here.